Hi Ashley.
Hi.
I'm going to ask you 3 questions today. Your first question is, what could have made the course better?
I think what could have made the course a bit better was, in the beginning, I feel like it could have been more not welcoming, but then again, I came late, so I could have missed the good welcome, but just you know when you do icebreakers kind of thing, so that kind of sort of setting where it would be like a bit more to do with getting to know the people in your class. And even though we're really kind of together now and unified, I think it could have been done quicker if that sort of interaction took place. As well as I think in the sessions they could create time to do portfolio work and the whole printing credits thing, because it kind of feels like we're doing the course, which is fine, but they said the resources would be provided, but that's not the case, because if I wasn't at uni, I'd really struggle with the printing credits, the ink, and the other situations that take place with the amount of portfolio work you have to do. So I think it would have been really beneficial for this course if you had like a section for portfolio time and also the resources to do so.
More resources, yeah. Lovely. Question 2, what goals have you set yourself from this course?
I find this course has helped me set the goal of self-care, so I feel like I don't do a lot for myself, so therefore I'm looking to timetable a lot more for myself and even book myself a weekend away, because it's kind of making me face my fear of doing things alone. Like I never thought I'd ever go on holiday alone or anything like that, so I'm looking to book a weekend away in Greece to give myself that kind of weekend for self-care, because I think it's good to look after yourself, and it's not every day everybody else, so I just feel like that would be really beneficial. Another goal is to be more silent within my interactions with other people, because apparently I talk a lot. So I think I realise how beneficial it is for other people, and sometimes it's not always the focus on me talking, and even if I'm not talking about myself, it's me talking, so it's just best sometimes to leave it to other people and help with their contributions. Another goal because of this course is to sometimes slow down the pace and think about things before you do it, and be more self-aware of the things that take place, because sometimes you don't realise the effect you can have on others.
Lovely, that was 3, well done. And the most useful thing you have learnt is?
See, I'm struggling to narrow this down, because I found that this course has been really helpful in many areas of my life, but I'm going to say the most useful thing I've learned is self-awareness, which is linking with the 2 other things that I wanted, which was more self-care and being silent, because I feel like self-awareness has really knowing yourself and recognising yourself and being able to be happy with yourself is a really important thing to how you live your life and the goals you set and the kind of person you are. So I feel like self-awareness is the most useful thing I've gained from this course.
Excellent, thank you Ashley. Okay, hi Mandy, I'm going to ask you 3 questions about the course. What could have made this course better?
I think if we had a bit more time on the course, if the course was a bit longer, I've read lots of places that short courses for counselling isn't kind of the right structure for it, and because it's self-reflective and stuff, you need to have a longer period of time to do that. And I think they need to provide us with some learning material for it. If not, at least like a reading list or printing credits and things like that, which were stipulated on the website, but didn't materialise.
Brilliant, thank you. What goals have you set yourself from this course?
I think the active listening was a big thing for me, not interrupting, and the difference between sympathy and empathy. I thought in my job I was being really empathetic by saying things like, oh, that sounds awful, and trying to get in their frame of reference, and really that can be more harmful. So yeah, I've learnt really the difference between that.
Excellent. And last question, what's the most useful thing you've learnt?
Probably the active listening out of everything, because my perception of counselling was you're there to help them and you're there to advise them and give suggestions, because I had really no idea that it's a little bit more niche than that counselling is, than other therapy. So yeah, just the power of listening itself and making sure the helpee knows that they're being heard. I think that was probably the most important thing, most useful thing.
Excellent. Thank you. Hi Claire. 3 questions for you. What could have made the course better?
I think at the beginning it would have been nice for there to be more clear structure, because I think we were dithering over the first few weeks trying to suss out what we were aiming to do and how to start it and how to structure it. So even though we all went our own ways, just to have a clear idea at the beginning.
Okay. Question 2, the goals you set yourself from this course.
From now on, well, I'd like to go on and do the next stage and to continue being self-aware, because I think already the skills that I've picked up here I'm already using to help my daily life at work.
Okay. And the last question, what's the most useful thing you've learnt?
Probably self-awareness, why I feel things, and stop and give myself time for self-care, to start recognising when I start to burn out. It's definitely helping when I start to feel stressed for me to be aware of why that's happening, and actually it's been very useful so far.
Excellent. Thank you. Hello Beverly, I've got 3 questions for you. What could make the course better?
I think more time to be able to spend doing the portfolio work, because obviously some of us are working, so it's quite hard to fit everything in with family, work, the course itself. But also the opportunity to be able to print stuff at the uni would be helpful, because obviously, you know, we're having to do it at our own costs. So yeah, that would be good.
Thank you. What are the goals that you've set yourself from this course?
I want to move on, go on to levels 3 and 4, and hope to become a qualified counsellor.
Excellent. And what's the most useful thing you've learned?
I think becoming aware of how I am with people, being able to be supportive, but also about my own self-care, because I tend not to do a great deal of that. So yeah, that's probably brilliant.
What could have made this course better?
Just think the length of the course, I think it's quite intense, so 12 weeks is quite intense, so I think a bit more time to do triads, a bit more time to do self-reflection and do the work really, do the journal work, and kind of a bit more time for things to settle in, and kind of, yeah, just time really.
Brilliant, thank you. What goals have you set yourself from the course?
Well, I've set myself a goal of going on to level 3, hopefully, if I get through this one. And I think just personal goals of being more self-aware and being more aware of my actions and aware of other people, where they're coming from, and trying to get more, be more sensitive, I suppose, towards other people.
Excellent. And lastly, what's the most useful thing you've learnt from the course?
I'd say the most useful thing would be, yeah, being aware of differences in people really, and kind of being more sensitive to other people, I think, is the most important thing I've learned.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, so first question, what could make the course better? I think a longer period of time, maybe an extra break at some point in the middle, slightly shorter days, 9 till 4 maybe instead of 9 till 5. So maybe a couple of weeks extra with 1 extra break. Second question, the goals I've set myself from the course. It's clarified that I do want to go on to become a accredited counsellor, so that's good. I'm going to hopefully go on for level 3 and level 4, hopefully at Coventry University, if we get the dates. And the last thing, the most useful thing I've learnt, probably the empathy stuff. I did know what it was to empathise, but putting it into practice is maybe something a little bit different, and also the self-care, how important it is for a counsellor or helper to self-care.